Class is in session. Welcome to the Hitting the Book Show, Monday, May 11th. Ian Cameron, Connor Mack with you, ready to break it down. It'll be a quick show today because we've got a short MLB slate following the NHL and NBA. So without further ado, one NHL game tonight, too. That's it. And it's Game 4 between the Colorado Avalanche and the Minnesota Wild. We've got Colorado minus 140 road favorites, 6.5 the total. Colorado leading the series 2-1. Status quo for Minnesota tonight. No Joel Eriksson, no Jonas Brodin. They remain out. They were 1-8 in their last 9 playoff games without Joel Eriksson, but they did get a win Saturday night. So that's the positive news, that even though Joel Eriksson is still out, they finally figured out how to win a playoff game without him. But still, you want him back in the lineup if you're Minnesota. Colorado could get the services of Josh Manson on the blue line. Back in the lineup. He's one of their better and more important defensemen on this team. This is a pivotal game in the series. It's either 2-2 going back to Colorado or 3-1 Avs after tonight. I don't want to lay minus 140. I kind of think Colorado bounces back and takes it tonight, but minus 140 is just not a price I'm comfortable with. And I don't know if I'm comfortable with the decision to go to Mackenzie Blackwood in net for Colorado tonight either. That's, Scott Wedgwood had been playing well every game so far in the playoffs. He finally loses his first playoff game in Game 3, and now you make a goalie change. I didn't love it.
I don't know.
John Hines did it for Minnesota. I don't love it with Jared Bednar doing it now for Colorado. But I am going to take Colorado goal in the first period. I do think they're going to get a good start. We'll see about winning the game, but like I said, I don't know about the minus 140 price. Give me the first period over. It's a perfect 3-0 in this series. And anything else I do with this game, as far as side or total, I'll look at live during it. There's a lot of props I like in this game. Shots on goal, Vladimir Tarasenko, Ryan Hartman, Nathan McKinnon. I think they're all good shots on goal props. There's a bunch of players in good form as far as points. Gabe Landeskog, Ryan Hartman, Vladimir Tarasenko, point props that you could consider. I think the saves prop over 28.5 for Jesper Wallstedt is worth a look for Minnesota because I expect Colorado to have a lot of shot volume tonight in this game, and you could absolutely expect, I would say, Wallstedt to face a lot of rubber. He's had 30s into the 30s in saves in his first 2 starts in this series, so saves prop for Wallstedt over 28.5 probably makes sense. Yeah, Zuccarello too, Nick. No argument there. His goal prop or his point prop or assist prop, even more specifically, could be a good bet here tonight as well. C-Mac, what do you like in here? Game 4 with Minnesota hosting Colorado.
You hit on some of those props. I think are pretty good for the Avs and a couple for the Wild. I kind of like Colorado early in this game as well. First period, this line's moved a bunch up to them. I mean, what's it moved, like 30 cents maybe?
Yep.
A little bit around there, yeah. At least 25, 30 cents to Colorado. I like Minnesota. They did play great. I just don't trust them. I think Minnesota can be in this game, so I'm going to definitely look live here. If I had a 6, I'd be all over the over. But 6.5 pregame, I'm just going to wait, see if we don't get anything. It can jump on we get down to 6, 5.5. That kind of classic. Just wait a little bit. Hopefully, get a better number right away. Early in the first period.
All right, NBA playoffs, 2 games tonight. We got Detroit-Cleveland, Game 4, and Oklahoma City-LA Lakers, Game 4. We'll start with Detroit-Cleveland. I mean, for Cleveland, they become pretty predictable, pretty easy to handicap. You want them at home, you fade them on the road. They haven't been able to get out of their own way on the road, but at home now they're a perfect 5-0 at home in the playoffs. They obviously won in Game 3 at home to get themselves back into the series. I think it could continue tonight, quite honestly. I mean, Cleveland has been much better at home. And Donovan Mitchell, finally Kenny Atkinson said, you know what? We're not sitting you down for 5 minutes to start the fourth quarter. No, we're going to play you because we need you. We need you out on the court for your scoring in the fourth quarter. And sure enough, he had a great fourth quarter, a great game overall, and Cleveland wins their first game of the series back home in Game 3 on Saturday. I think they might win this one too. 3.5, I lean that way. What I am going to bet with Cleveland's a team total I prefer. You can find 107.5, 108.5 with the Cleveland team total. They got over this number in every home playoff game. I think the fewest amount of points they've scored at home in the playoffs, Cleveland's like 114 or 115. Clearly enough points to get over this number. So I think the team total's a good bet here. Cleveland over 107.5, 108.5. I did take the full game over too, but I kind of put more of my amount on the Cleveland team total, and wouldn't shock me if we go back to Detroit tied at 2. And then the other game is pretty simple for me. Oklahoma City team total over. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've gone over their team total, the Thunder, in 6 of their 7 playoff games. They've also gone over their team total in all but one game, regular season and playoffs combined, against the Los Angeles Lakers this year. The average margin of victory for the Thunder, they've covered every game against the Lakers, averaging average margin of victory into the 20s. You can lay the 11.5 if you want to. I certainly don't want the Lakers. I think they're done. Kind of like the Sixers yesterday, where some people thought, oh, maybe home team showing some pride down 3-0. No, when you're done, you're done. When you're done, you're done. Like Sixers knew they were done yesterday against the Knicks, and probably the Lakers feel that way now with the Thunder. So give me that Thunder team total over once again. C-Mac, what do you think tonight for NBA?
I don't want the Cavs here. One thing, the home crowd, and then playing great in the last 2 minutes, or whatever it was, to basically win that game and cover, because they were starting to slip there in the third, and the fourth game was basically tied. I don't trust them even here at home. I think if you do like them, take them first half, because I think Detroit, I kind of like them with the points. I stayed off the game, game 3, and it was kind of tight, and they fell apart there at the end.
Yep.
So, but I lean their way. I don't trust.
And Harden finally made a big shot, which doesn't happen very often at the end.
Yeah, they had a few big shots and just bad turnovers. Got to end at some bad turnovers there, but got to give it. Their defense was pretty good. But yeah, I mean the Pistons in this game. And the other game, yeah, I think Oklahoma City's team total is not bad. Full game. They've just been able to wear them down. Lakers have been able to hang around early, first quarter, first half, and just kind of fall apart. And man, just seems they don't have the horse. Unless they're gonna hit a lot of threes, I don't think in the end they're just kind of give it up. It's 12.5. I was thinking if you had bigger number, maybe the Lakers here at home could hang around, but not full game. It hasn't been so far. Do you want to take a full game? I fucking don't.
No way. No, I don't want to do that. That is for sure. Like I said, it just seems like a bad matchup. Again, the Thunder, they've won and covered every game this year against the Lakers. I mean, it feels like you're trying to reinvent the wheel a little bit if you're trying to go against that kind of a track record.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of a flat spot, like just because they're up 3-0. Like that's what I meant. Just early with the Lakers would be it. But it seems like no matter, even after the second half, they make the adjustments and take it over, because that doesn't even matter. Once they get everything in order by the second half, they're rolling. But yeah, with OKC.
What's frustrating for the Lakers is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hasn't even been great in the series. It's the Sporting Cast that's killing them. It's just incredible to see what the rest of the and they don't even have Jalen Williams in this series, and the Sporting Cast is still giving that Laker team defensively a ton of fits. All right, let's turn to MLB. It's a short card. We'll begin with the Angels and the Guardians. We've got Brent Suter on the mound here for the Angels, and Joey Cantillo here for the Guardians. Cleveland about -170, home favorites, 165, home favorites, 7.5 the total. Big number here on the Guardians, who just, by the way, lost 2 of 3 games over the weekend against the Minnesota Twins. Not exactly what you want to see. I know the Angels aren't very good, 16-25, 8-15 on the road. We'll see what they do here. Meanwhile, you've got Joey Cantillo on the mound here for the Guardians. Good start in his last appearance against the Royals, 1 run, 5 innings. We'll see how he fares in this one. His last home start was a bit rough against Baltimore, 4 runs, 5 hits, 4.2 innings, although Cleveland still was able to win that game. I don't have a strong opinion here. It's just, for me, Cleveland's in a price range here. I'm not interested in Cleveland at a price like this. Do I really want to back the Angels? I'm not sure about that, but I don't want Cleveland at this price. C-Mac, what do you think?
That's how I felt. I thought the price was a little bit big here with the Guardians. We still have a lineup like that, even with how well Cantillo's been pitching. It's tough for me to back at all. Angels finally bats wake up a little bit. Just win the last game yesterday on Sunday. Can they kind of keep it rolling? I don't trust them. So Cleveland here, if I had to, I was looking at it. You'd have to maybe lay the half, first 5 in this one. And it's basically, is Manoah going to come in? We're going to have maybe just a bullpen type day after.
Sure looks that way. It looks like we are going to get a lot of him tonight here, Alex.
A few innings at least.
I'm not.
What are we going to get?
That guy's at the point in his career with all the fucking injuries. There's no chance I'm trusting him.
Did he get in the other day? He pitched an inning?
He did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Just, I think one of the games only. But yeah, Manoah, no thanks. Best days are behind him. He's just had too many injuries, I think. All right, next up, we've got the Yankees and the Orioles. Ryan Weathers and Brandon Young. Yankees minus 150, minus 160 road favorites. 8.5, 9 the total here in this one. I like this over. I do, especially if you can find 8.5. I like it. Brandon Young is nothing to write home about. 4.5 ERA. Yankee bats kind of struggled over the weekend against the Brewers. I think they kind of get things going again here against Brandon Young. Not to mention Ryan Weathers. I know he's pitched okay, but I still don't. Long term, I do not trust Ryan Weathers. And by the way, he's a lefty, and they can stack a lot of bats against Ryan Weathers. Baltimore, that's to me a bit of a concern. All those bats that probably have a favorable platoon split in this matchup versus Ryan Weathers. Not to mention they just faced Weathers like a few days ago. He pitched against the Orioles, and now you get a second look for this Orioles lineup against him. I think they'll have some more success here in this one. But like I said, I think both teams can get enough runs here to push this game up and over the total when it's all said and done at 8.5. C-Mac, what do you think? Yankees, Orioles?
Yeah, there's a few 8.5s, 2 or 3 of them out here, and on some of these books with a little bit of juice. I think it gets over with these two pitchers. Young's been awful. He's been awful at home. Even last year, he was bad.
Correct.
Splits. He was not very good. The Yankees haven't seen him though. But I don't think it matters. I think they get some runs. And the Orioles, I don't love their bullpen. I think they could get to Weathers here a little bit. Pete Alonso perking up too. 2 for 4 at the homer. He just got one. I think he's a good look here if you're looking for props, hitting props.
All right, on we go. Now next up, it is the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Drew Rasmussen and Kevin Gausman, the pitching matchup. Toronto minus 125, home favorite, 7 the total. I placed a small bet here on Tampa Bay just because of the price. I mean, to me, it's ludicrous they're an underdog, quite honestly, with the way they've played and obviously the struggles of Toronto. My one concern is it's Gausman. He's very capable. He's obviously been one of Toronto's best pitchers, obviously. He's their ace, and he's had a pretty solid year. He's pitched well at Rogers Center. But I also have that in the back of my mind. Toronto went down to Tampa Bay last week, and Tampa Bay just, won every game, swept the series. It's just a weird feeling that Toronto, they got this game circled as like we owe them one. We owe them a little payback here. I wouldn't be shocked to see Toronto play with some urgency here. The Rays swept them down in Tampa, a little revenge spot here for the Jays, and they got one of their best pitchers on the mound. All that being said, I still had to take the Rays for a small bet here at this price because I think the price is just ridiculous with the way they've been playing. C-Mac, what do you think here? Rays, Blue Jays.
This is one of the tough ones to see the pitchers. They just saw each other 5 days ago. Yep. To me, it's the spot's good for Gausman off two road starts for him here, and just seeing the Rays. But we have a flat 7 basically. There are some 7.5s. So, maybe the Jays. I don't want to back the Jays really at all. Not even at this price. With
Gausman 1.88 ERA though at home. He has been terrific here, but
he's been really, really good.
Off. It's bad. It's bad price. I think the Rays should be favored even with that.
Maybe the line should be a little bit,
or at least closer to even money. Yeah,
closer. But Rasmussen, I like him. So this game in the end is just off. They just saw each other. Rays took that game, so I'm going to be off. There's success, but I could see these pitchers pitching well, but I don't bank on that after they just you just saw him 5 days ago. That hasn't been a very good number through the years to an under. You know what I mean? With that. So this is a little tough for me. I got to pass.
All right, Arizona, Texas. Michael Soroka, Nate Eovaldi, the pitching matchup here. In this one, we've got Texas minus 115 home favorites, 7.5, 8 the total in this game. I mean, I lean Texas, all kinds of money on Arizona. I thought at first maybe a little big this price, but now that it's down to even money, I'm interested in Texas. Eovaldi always has pitched better at home. Arizona has not been good on the road either. That's another thing to keep in mind. Soroka, on the road, his numbers are not great. That being said, actually, you take one start out of there for Soroka, and he's pitched pretty well outside of that. I think the under is probably something to consider here as well. Texas unders at home for the most part. Like Cubs were smoking the baseball, tons of offense, tons of runs, lots of overs with the Cubs, and then they walk into Texas over the weekend, and if I'm not mistaken, 2 of those 3 games stay under the total, and that's just because Texas just continues at Globe Life Park to be an under the total machine for the most part here in this ballpark. So lean under. And now the price is getting to the point where I'm tempted to take Texas. I think it's moved too far. C-Mac, what do you think?
Is Eovaldi going to start here for sure? I mean,
has there been a change? Let me see. Oh,
I mean, I don't know. I'm seeing multiple spots.
Okay, so you know what? I'm seeing he is going to wait. So he's an opener because now they got Cal Quantrill as a primary here tonight.
It doesn't make any sense
for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've made a pitching change then. Okay,
that means they got to have someone else starting if they're gonna have it. I don't know. I'm gonna wait here. Yeah, and the line's going even further. Like it went a little bit.
Yeah.
To the D-backs, it's going way further here. So I don't know if he's starting. That shakes up. I was on the D-backs yesterday. I thought the price was crazy against the Mets with Rodriguez on the mound.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was a little bit of a gift.
Yeah.
I get it here. Soroka, he's always tough for me to figure out. I don't love his stuff. He's been all right this year. I don't love the Rangers. I took him Saturday. They won again, 1-0 yesterday, right? Or no, they 3-0. Carter had a 2-run homer there at the end. So 3-0. No travel for them. I think it's a deep spot, even though this is kind of flipped. Can we trust the offense? I think if you do, you look to Nimmo, Seager, but I'll stick with your Josh Young. I'll roll with him. I don't know if there's a ton of runs, but I'll take his RBI here plus 200 in the 4-hole for the Rangers.
All right, good stuff. All right, we got just 2 more games left. Seattle, Houston, George Kirby, Peter Lambert. The pitching matchup here. Seattle minus 135 to minus 140. Road favorites, 8.5. The total in this one. I looked at Seattle, not at minus 140 though on the road. I stopped short of betting it. I lean Seattle, but no bet for me. I'm passing on this. Anything here, C-Max? Seattle, Houston.
No, I'm going to pass. Lambert has been a little bit better.
I know
of late. Yeah, but I don't trust it at all.
And I'm with you there too. But at the same time, I don't want to lay minus 140 with Kirby and the Mariners, so I don't like the price enough.
That's how I feel. I mean, the Lambert I know, the Mariners can get some runs, but it just seems kind of too good to be true. It's a pass for me as well. I kind of looked at their team total in this game, but I couldn't get there.
All right, last game, San Francisco Giants, LA Dodgers. We've got Trevor McDonald and Roki Sasaki. We should call him Rocky Sasaki, as in he's getting rocked. Almost a 6 ERA for Sasaki this season for the Dodgers. We've got Dodgers minus 180, home favorites, 9 the total in this game. I'm telling you what, C-Mac, give me Giants team total over 3.5 here. We don't get 3.5 very often. I like that. I mean, that way I don't have to worry about McDonald versus the Dodgers, because I am kind of worried that McDonald maybe not a great matchup against this Dodgers lineup. The over 9, I certainly lean in that direction. I could see there being runs, pretty mild night here at Dodger Stadium. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I think over 9, I could see the Dodgers scoring, but I think the Giants could chip in enough. Sasaki just doesn't look right. Okay, now, look, it's the Giants' offense that I'm putting my money behind, and sometimes they can make struggling pitchers look good. I get that, but I think it's worth a shot here that they could do some damage here against Sasaki tonight, who just, like I said, he just hasn't looked good at all for the most part this season. So the Giant team total, it's only 3.5. I think they can get over that. So I like over 9 and a little bit on that Giants team total as well. You can find over 3.5 at -118 with that. C-Mac, what do you think here? Giants, Dodgers.
The Dodgers could get right. I think it gets McDonald. The bats just have been ice cold. One thing I'm already looking to in this game is some of the Dodgers lefties. That's where the splits. He gets lefties, just drill him.
Yes.
Dodgers McDonald
have plenty of them. Plenty.
I think Freeman and Muncy, they've already been looking at them. This would be a game they got to get going at home.
I think
they lose 2 or 3. That they could get some. And this guy, he's not great. And off a start where he pitches great against the Padres. 7 innings, no walks for a guy. He walks people. You know what I mean? The Giants' pen too has been hit and miss. Like their ERA has been pretty good. Then they just have had these bad blowups a little bit, even though they're kind of middle of the pack or so there. And Sasaki, I don't trust him at all. So not only these props I'm looking at, I think you could get over the 9. But to me, I hate to say it, I don't want the Giants. Who was it? Friday's show I thought was the best game, and of course they won that game to take them.
Yeah.
I didn't want the others. Like I think we're with Suzuki at least taking the first 5 here is worth the price in this one. Even though Dodgers might score some runs, I think they can get to Roki, who's just we know all his problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you talk about the team total, which I don't blame you, but I think they could be live here, at least early to get to him.
No doubt. So like the Giants a little bit as well, C-Mac. I'm going the team total route. I have a bit in the over 9 too. Here's the thing. They're not hitting, but here's the thing with McDonald. I'm seeing his xERA is over 9 against lefty batters. And guess what?
That's why I'm all over.
Tawny to deal with. You've got Tucker to deal with. Muncy to I mean, it's just that's the problem, right? Like if those numbers hold true to form, he could get crushed tonight, McDonald. Even though his overall numbers don't look. But the Dodgers, I know Dodgers aren't hitting, but the matchup fits them perfectly, you would think.
Yeah. A little bit of the spot, too, just not scoring many runs over the weekend at all. And, I was just kind of waiting on the Dodger lineup here, really, to maybe move on.
I would say look at total bases or home run jack of the day props for some of these guys. Freeman and Ohtani and Muncy and Tucker, especially. Those lefty bats could do some damage tonight. As far as speaking of Jack of the Day, that's the next up. It's a small card, but I took Brandon Nimmo. He does have a decent track record against Soroka. Nimmo, I think he's hit a home run against Soroka in the past, probably when it was Mets Braves years ago. Nimmo was with the Mets, Soroka was with the Braves. So, but Nimmo does have a home run against Soroka, so I went with him at plus 575. Kazu Okamoto for Toronto at plus 450. And one player that has hit Kevin Gossman pretty well, Yandy Diaz, including a home run against Kevin Gossman. So Yandy Diaz for Tampa Bay at plus 800 for a home run prop. I think that's good value. C-Mac, anything for Jack of the Day?
I don't know if he goes yard, but with Diaz, I think his over 1.5 bases or RBI, maybe. But that game seems tight.
Yeah.
I don't know what we get. I think there's a 7.5. I don't know if we're going to get a bunch of runs in that one. To the Yankees, off Young, lefties too, he has trouble with. Rice, Bellinger.
Yep.
Look to those guys, maybe even Austin Wells, McMahon there. That was it. You hit Diaz. I liked Carroll a little bit, but pitching change. And I talked about, you mentioned Nimmo. I think Seager, and I'm on Josh Young. His Jack, but RBI plus 200. I got to take it. That value.
I agree with Thomas Corbett. Yeah, we try to make chicken salad out of chicken shit here tonight, Thomas. You're right. Terrible card tonight with just especially MLB. It's a very not the best card, that's for sure. To me, there's only one bet that really classified for me as best bet worthy. That's about it. But at least we have one that we can give to the people here tonight. But shout out to you, Thomas, as well as GLN Nubo, Randall Sheffield, Nick Alvento, Gerald Jones, Money B Green. Appreciate all you guys joining us. Hit the like button. We're here tomorrow, same time. And then, of course, Wednesday, Friday, every week, hit members only editions of the Hitting the Books show.
Yeah.
Wednesdays and Fridays at this time. So make sure you become a member on the Hitting the Books channel if you aren't already. All right, let's wrap it up. It's best bet time. C-Mac, What do you got for best bet for a Monday?
Best bet. This is my only bet, even though I'm going to have a few props. We talked about it. Yankees, O's, over 8.5, -122. Best number I got.
Let's do it. A rare double up best bet. I'm on the same one. Yankees and Orioles. Clear best bet.
All right.
There's nothing I like as close to as good as much as this. I think Brandon Young's hittable for the Baltimore Orioles. By the way, 3-0 to the over in the last 3 Brandon Young starts. Each of his last 3 starts have gone over the total as well. I think the Yankees will score some runs. I think you flip it around. Weather's Baltimore seeing him for a second time in just a few days. I think they'll have better success. It's a pleasant night for baseball at Camden Yards. So I'm joining you, C-Mac, on that one for best bet. Yankees, Orioles, over 8.5 around my.
Beautiful. I love it. But my other one, I mean, well, I always talk about, I already bet Josh Young. I'm waiting on the Dodger, those guys. I just kind of wanted to see the lineup. But there's a prop, plus 200. Little, no juice there. Plus money if you want kind of an extra there. Because they don't have any. Josh Young, RBI prop, plus 200 off Soroka.
There we go. Good one. Good value with that. Shout out to everyone. Appreciate you guys joining us on another edition of Hitting the Books. Hit the like button on the way out.
Hit the like button.
For Connor Mack, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Monday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. And we will be back tomorrow on Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific for another edition of the Hitting the Books show. Until then, class dismissed.
Peace.